Hello, my name is Ken Blaize, and I am a graduate student in the School Psychology program of the Educational Psychology Department, and today I will be discussing my research that I am conducting for my thesis project. For a brief introduction, this study is meant to examine whether and how dosage matters in the allocation of resources of a local wraparound service program that serves disadvantaged youth and their families through community and school-based services. This program is called the Butler County Success Program, and throughout the presentation, I will refer to it as the BCSP. The leading question of the study is how differences in dosage, or years of participation, impact outcome variables of the program. By examining the years of participation as dosage, the study will evaluate whether there is perhaps a ceiling effect where participants receive maximum benefit and further involvement will show no further measured benefit. Getting into some background information regarding the real-world relevance of this study include the following. Community-wide and school-based resource programs directed towards underprivileged youth and their families, which are commonly referred to as wraparound services, have become an increasingly prevalent and necessary feature of communities across the nation. In 2018, 15 million, or approximately 21% of children in the United States lived under the poverty line. Some of the ways in which programs offer resources to these youth and families include the following. Financial resources refer to accessibility to resources such as free or reduced lunch in the school setting, free after-school childcare opportunities at local community centers, and family counseling. Non-financial resources include academic and behavioral supports that often target concerns such as attendance, disciplinary or legal consequences, and pro-social interactions and skills. When beginning to review literature surrounding the research for this study, it's important to start with defining a wraparound service program. The main principles of a wraparound service program include the following: utilizing community-wide resources, individualized services, and family participation. For a resource program to be considered following a wraparound service model, it must incorporate all three of the principles. Programs that follow a wraparound approach utilize community-wide resources through a collaborative relationship with multiple community agencies, including schools, in order to address the specific needs of those they serve. Another key component of the study is understanding the research surrounding dosage. When discussing community and school-based programs, dosage falls under the broader concept of engagement with provided services. Dosage can be conceptualized and operationalized in several ways. Examples of how dosage can be operationalized include defining and measuring the degree to which a participant has been engaged with the service, how long a participant has been receiving services, frequency of attendance, and any other form of participation that is explicitly defined. Continuing with the discussion of dosage, some studies have shown that those who have logged more hours, aka received higher dosage, are often noted as having greater outcomes than those who do not participate as much, as in those who have received lower dosage. This would lead to the simple conclusion that more hours will always show beneficial results. However, according to Sawell, this line of thinking falls into what is called an open-ended fallacy. This is the view that open-ended topics, such as healthcare and security, often overlook the basic concept of limited resources. Sawell uses these two examples to show that there will always be a call for more advances in medical and security measures. However, this open-ended thinking does not account for the idea of trade-offs that must naturally occur due to limited resources. Some studies have shown that in some instances higher dosage has been shown to have negative effects on participants. This would suggest a ceiling effect where at a certain point participants have reached a maximum benefit from the resources they have received. The BCSP, which is the program that will be examined in the proposed study, is a program that follows a wraparound service model and has shown effectiveness in previous studies. The BCSP is a program that seeks to address the basic needs of students in grades K through 12 who live in low-income communities. Some of the basic needs that the BCSP tries to address include the following: improved parental involvement, access to healthcare, access to healthy food, transportation needs, and academic performance. As noted earlier, the leading question of this proposed study is how do differences in dosage, defined as years of participation, impact outcome variables? By examining the years of participation as dosage, the proposed study will evaluate whether there is perhaps a ceiling effect where participants receive maximum benefit and further involvement will show no further measured benefit. It is hypothesized that the longer a participant has been involved with the BCSP, the more likely a ceiling effect will be observed from their outcome data. The proposed study uses secondary data from the BCSP collected during the 2018-2019 school year. The BCSP data was collected from multiple school and community sources from southwestern Ohio. Participants included K through 12 students from multiple racial backgrounds and predominantly low socioeconomic status. Below you can see a brief description of the ethnic breakdown and the enrollment process. Using data that is collected and analyzed through a partnership with the BCSP and Miami University, this study will use descriptive statistics to examine basic demographic data from the outcome variables. This analysis will generate frequencies, means, and standard deviations for the demographic data. The second method of analysis will be to use a MANOVA analysis in order to consider whether and how program dosage influences potential differences in child and family outcomes. If year in program is a significant factor in program outcomes, children and families will have different intercepts, i.e. where they start at pretest, and or rates of change, how scores change from pre-test to post-test, across different levels of program dosage. The frequencies and distributions of retrospective questions from pre and post-test will be examined and compared to changes found between pre and post-test scores. Thank you for listening to my presentation.